If you're standing in front of the wall outlet, eyes darting between a flickering light and the price tag on that new inverter, you're probably thinking, do I really need this thing, or am I just throwing money at a gadget that will sit idle most of the time? That hesitation is real, especially when you're juggling a home backup plan, a tiny off-grid cabin, or a workshop that can't afford a power outage. You want confidence that the unit you're about to click Add to Cart on will actually step in when the grid quits, and you don't want to end up with a pricey paperweight. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What makes the Victron Energy Quattro 5000VA 48V power inverter and 70A battery charger stand out is the way it blends two roles into one box. Most people looking at a backup solution either buy a pure inverter or a separate charger, then hope the two will play nicely together. Victron has taken the power assist concept a step further. The Quattro can both invert DC from your battery bank to AC for your lights and appliances, and simultaneously charge that battery from the grid or a generator when power returns. In practice, that means you set it and forget it. When the grid goes down, the inverter instantly supplies the house. When the grid is back, the charger refills the battery without you having to juggle cables or reconfigure settings. The first thing to consider is whether your power layout matches what Victron expects. The unit is built for a 48V battery system, which is common in larger RVs, marine installations, and serious off-grid homes, but it's a mismatch for the 12V or 24V batteries you'll find in most smaller camper vans. If you already have a 48V bank, say, a series of lithium or AGM cells delivering at least 100 AUVE, got a solid foundation. If you're still on a 12V setup, you would need to rewire or add a DC-DC converter, which adds cost and complexity that defeats the single-box convenience the Quattro promises. Assuming the voltage lines up, the next question is capacity. At 5000 VA, roughly 4 kilowatts continuous, the Quattro can comfortably run a modest set of household appliances, a refrigerator, a few lights, a TV, and perhaps a small coffee maker. It can also handle a modest workshop load, think a table saw or a small air compressor, provided you don't try to run everything at once. In a real-world test scenario I've seen in community forums, a family of 4 used the Quattro to keep their essential loads running during a 2-hour outage, and they reported the inverter never dipped below 95% efficiency, even as the refrigerator's compressor kicked on and off. That kind of steady performance is what you need when the lights are flickering and you're already on edge. One of the hidden strengths is the power assist feature that Vic mentions. What it actually does is allow the Quattro to draw a limited amount of power from the grid while still feeding the AC side. So if you have a generator that's a bit undersized for your total load, the unit can supplement the generator's output with the battery, smoothing out the spikes. This is a practical lifesaver for people who run a generator that can't constantly keep up with demand, say a 3 kilowatts generator powering a vacation cabin. Instead of overloading the generator and risking a shutdown, the Quattro steps in and draws the extra wattage from the batteries, keeping everything running without manual intervention. On the flip side, there are some trade-offs that buyers need to be aware of. First, the unit is heavy, roughly 40 kilograms, about 88 pounds. That's not a problem if you're installing it permanently in a basement or marine engine compartment, but it makes the portable backup claim feel a bit stretched. You'll need a sturdy mounting bracket and possibly a forklift to move it, which adds installation time and cost. Second, the built-in charger is 70A at 48V, translating to about 3.36 kilowatts of charging power. That's plenty for most battery banks, but if you have a massive bank, say 10 kilowatt hours or more, it will take a while to fully recharge after a deep discharge. In a household that experiences frequent outages, you might find the recharge cycle a bottleneck. Another practical consideration is the need for a Victron GX device if you want to monitor the system in real time. The Quattro can broadcast data about voltage, current, and load, but without a GX sold separately, you're left with only the basic indicator lights on the front panel. For the tech-savvy, that's not a big deal. They'll hook up a US to serial cable and read the data into a laptop. For the average homeowner who just wants to see a green light when everything's fine, the extra purchase can feel like an unnecessary add-on. That's why Victron's ecosystem can feel like a double-edged sword. The deeper you go, the more you get, but the entry-level experience is a bit minimalist. Who should buy this? If you already have a 48V battery bank and you need